Good morning, YouTube. My name is Vince, and welcome to my channel, Fern Valley Farm. On this channel, we are pure country. Well, it's honey extraction 2019. Honey extraction 2019 is not going to be like 2018. The year started out slow. Bees weren't developing. They weren't flying. They couldn't get out. It was raining. It was cold. So this year, I pretty much just concentrated on worrying about growing my colonies, which are doing really well at the time. I do have frames. We are going to extract. I've just got select frames that I grabbed, so we can get some honey this year, but it won't be anything like last year. We had like 80 pounds out of 2 hives. This year, it's not going to be nearly as much. We'll have some, but I want to get some extracted. But like I said, my goal this year was to concentrate on just making strong colonies, not worrying so much about honey this year. Next year, hopefully, God's watching, we'll make here. What we're going to do is the extractor's been covered since last fall. What we're going to do, all right, we have some new, we're going to try something new this year. We have new tools. Let me grab these. I try and keep all this stuff in a sealed container so it stays clean and dry. Last year, we used these forks to scrape the comb, which worked really good. Well, there's this new thing. I keep seeing it pop up on eBay and different places. We're going to try this for the first time here. This is supposed to just totally scrape the comb clean. It's got a razor on here and it's got a scraper on here. I've never used it, so you're going to watch us fumble our way through this. So put this over here. So yeah, if this doesn't, until we get the hang of this, if this doesn't work, then we're just going to use the comb. This works really good for scraping the cappings. So I've got my extractor. Last year, I didn't have this room built yet, so let me pull. This is on wheels, so this will pull out. And I'm going to need an extension cord. I forgot to grab one. Get the cord out. Like I said, I do have an outlet behind the wall here. Like I said, trying to keep this room period correct, but we still need electricity. Let me get extension cord. Hold on. Okay, what we're going to do is pull this table out. We'll just start scraping. Well, you could back that camera up, I guess. We'll just scrape and put it back here. Whoop. We'll be cutting that part out. You got to keep this handle tight. If not, it's going to fall. You got to keep this. Don't worry about that screen. It's just worrying about, let's see. There. Now you can see the table. Okay, we're good. All right, let's just go ahead and bring these frames over. I have my assistant today. Don't be shy. You're on camera. Gloves. You want gloves?
I don't want gloves.
Well, you can wash your hands in the sink over there. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. What we're going to do is we'll take the covers off. So we're going to try this. You want to bring some of these frames over?
No.
Luna, come here. Luna, go. If you want to try. So here again, we've never used this thing before. You want to try this, or you want to try, don't turn your back. Here, get in front of the, here, get over here. There. This can go back. Doesn't matter, I can cut all this stuff out. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Don't worry about that side, only this side. Do the other side.
Like that.
I don't know, try it. See what it does. Let me get over here.
How does that work like that?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's good. Yep.
All right, turn it this way so everybody can see it. There.
You do it.
Go ahead. You got it. I'm going to get, actually, I'm going to take my hoodie off here. Oh, I can't. So, we'll see how much honey we get this year. We're going to put that down there for when the time comes. These buckets really come in handy. These obviously are food grade buckets. And you can buy these lids. The lid snaps on, and these caps screw on. These are beautiful. This doesn't come off. You really got to pry this. But once your honey's on, you just screw that on, and you're done. So this will sit down here. We'll get this out of the way. All right, here. Take the next one. That's good. It'll spin it out. Here, take that one.
We're supposed to put the table here.
Which way?
Oh, this heavy?
Yeah. So this extractor is really nice. I like this thing. This thing worked really well last year. Can you see me? There I am. Okay. Yeah, this extractor worked really well. From color. Let's see how this works. Well, this works really good. I don't want to peel all this comb off. That's the problem. Okay, we're going to cancel that idea for right now. I don't want to peel too much comb off. Give me another. This works. All you got to do is break it open, remember?
Yeah.
So you don't got to, that's good. Just as long as the cappings are broke open. Hey, look. Just scrape it till the cappings come. You don't got to take them all off. Just break. All you're doing is breaking them open. All you want to do when you.
The handles is raw.
All you want to do is break the cappings open. You don't want to tear too much of your comb because you'd like to try and save your comb for next year. So just break them open. Some of it's going to come off. You can't help it, but.
Gonna go.
I put that in the. Look out.
I'll do a close up like that.
Yeah.
One more.
This extractor is nice because it holds 4 frames. See, you can see I got select frames here. Not all these are capped. This is it for right now.
How many do you have?
There, so all you gotta do is just break the cappings open. When it spins out, okay.
Hold on. I'm gonna.
I'm gonna reverse these around here. I'm gonna need an empty box too. Let me just turn these around. Yeah, this thing is wobbling pretty bad, isn't it?
Done?
Well, one side is. Can you go over there? There's empty boxes over there.
I'm gonna put this one here.
Wow, we just washed the table off. Okay, that frame. Okay, let me go get. Hold on. Why'd you get a garbage bag? We could have used plastic. Some of those got to be.
Done?
Well, not all of them. We need to scrape a few more frames. This one is. You know how light that is? Yeah, see, it's empty. That one's done. But we got to add other frames to it. This one still has to be spun out. We need more frames. It's going to wobble really bad because
I like the white one.
it's out of balance. Use the big ones first. Use the big frames first. Yeah, grab the big frames first.
Oh my.
Yeah, just see, look, just do it like this. Just break them open. That's all you got to do. You can see some of these frames are like half capped. These filled half the honey up. And that's fine. These frames will all be good for next year now. Let me just spin. Let's see. Put this to the outside.
Drop this one here. There's no honey, right?
Yeah. Is it?
No,
Just that.
Dry.
Yeah, just that. Okay. So now you can see we're straining the honey. You see down here it's coming out. These strainers work really nice. These metal ones, they fit right over the bucket. There's actually a plastic one you could buy that fits right on the bucket. I was going to buy a bunch of those, and then when I changed my thoughts this year on making a lot of honey, I'm like, well, I'll get by them with what we have. So, but these extractors work really good, but you have to you have to drain the honey out. You can't just keep going and going because it will fill up. So let it drain that down. And there's a lot of cappings in there. And you can strain your cappings too. You can take your cappings, put them in one of these screens, and let them sit on your kitchen counter overnight or whatever. And in the morning, they'll be totally empty. It'll be just total cappings. And then this winter, which I said I was going to do last year, I am going to melt down my wax. I just never did it. I got a whole bucket of it waiting to go. I just never did it. So you can see there's a lot of cappings mixed in here. So it takes a little while. Are you ready?
Hold on.
Just get them broke open. I have to click it. That's all you got to do. All right, give me that. Give me this one. Ooh, it's heavy. That's what we like. A lot of honey. Here we go. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I guess I should shut it, huh? That would have been a good video for the blooper. Watch it shooting out. You could hear it. See, once you got even, see how nice it is now? Once you have even frames, it won't wobble as much. When you got frames that are uneven, it's going to wobble like crazy. Yeah, see how nice that is? And you could hear it just shooting right out. My advice is buy yourself an electric extractor. Doing this by hand would I've never tried it by hand. When I first got into this, I'm like, I'm buying an electric one. I don't want to do this by hand. Is that a big frame? Yeah. You can almost tell when the honey's out on one side because it'll stop shaking. It won't shake as bad. This has got a variable speed on it too, which is kind of nice. Turn it off. Let it stop. We will reverse these frames. Yeah, I couldn't imagine doing this by hand. Someday when I'm big time, I'm going to have one of those fancy extractors. You run it through the belt, and it just uncaps it. I'm sorry, not extractor, a decapping machine. It's a conveyor belt that runs along the time. It peels the cappings right off, and boom, you go. That's when I'm selling lots of honey. Just turn these around. There's one. And it's funny how heavy these are when you get done doing this, how much lighter they get. They go back to normal weight. A little bit on that side. This might, let's see. Okay, here we go. You can hear it just shooting out, hitting the sides of the barrel. My advice is get a couple of buckets and a couple of these strainers, because it takes a little while for the cappings to drain down. Yeah, see how nice it is now? I could even probably open that and let some of that come out. That's wobbling too much. It's just about done. There, see how nice that is? It's on full speed. It's even frames. When I first did this, you see how it wobbled so bad? Let it go for a minute or so. You don't need to spin this that long. You could tell. Oh, careful you don't break the comb. Is that one ready?
Yeah.
And I've got a box right here on the floor that I'm putting these frames in. Like I said, I'm going to take these outside and let the bees rob it clean. See, look, nice and light. Nothing to it. Put these in here. But I am going to separate them. Like I said, last year I put them too close together and I had a killing frenzy going on. But the bees will rob this stuff clean. I'll do a video on that. There. Then all this frame, all this comb, will be ready for next year. Is there an empty box over there? Is there an empty box there?
No, I can move that one.
Here, I got more down here.
I can move that one. Move it
Yeah. Just take your empty deeps and, oh, here's a piece right here. So we're going to keep going here, and we'll let you see what we turn out with. All right, we're just about done. We got a couple more frames to go. I turned the camera off for a little while. I don't think you guys wanted to watch us do this whole thing. So you can see in these in these buckets, they're straining. There's a lot of cappings. They got to work their way down. You can see in this pot here, this is full of honey, but there's a lot of cappings in there. If you can see with the light, we're gonna restrain that. It takes a little while to restrain all this stuff, especially if you got a lot of cappings. And you can see down the buckets down here. Let me do this. You can see those are full of cappings and they're slowly straining. So it takes a little while to do this. You can even let it sit overnight on your counter and strain out that way. Whoops, wrong way. So we got like 2 more super frames. These were all deep. How many deep frames are left? How many big ones are left?
I have 1, 2, 3.
3 big ones?
Yeah.
That's going to spin uneven. Let's put the small one in. We'll see what it does.
It'll be nice.
How many small ones are there?
I have 1 more.
That's it. Let's try and see what it does.
You want to put it?
Yeah, put it in there. See what it does. Some of these frames were all equal weight, so they spun nicely. Other ones are, you'll watch it wobble here. Okay. Oh, it ain't bad. If they're all weighed pretty decently, they spin good. There's what, 1 more small and that's it? Or are you done? That's it? Oh, where's the other small? Oh. You can just let these, like I said earlier, you can just let this spin for a few minutes. You don't got to do it for 10, 15 minutes. You can tell when it's done. And once you kind of get the hang of this, you'll know when they're spun out. You'll know when they're spun out because you can feel it. So I'll reverse these. Some of these frames didn't have much at all on them. Yeah. Even the frames with just a little bit of honey, I'm spinning them just so next year, when I put these back out in the hives, they're empty. The bees will have less work to do. That's one nice thing about getting these combs or these frames spun. Even if there's not a lot of honey on them, you can spin these frames, take them outside, let the bees clean them up, and then you're ready to go for next year. A lot less work for the girls to do. We're going to have to spin that one with another frame just to make it even. That's the last one, right? I don't know why this is squeaking. Back in the middle. And we have, we got enough room in there for, we have enough room in there for 1 more. Let's leave, I'll leave that small frame in. We got one more super frame to do. The other ones are all deeps. So I'm going to leave 1 frame in here and put it on the opposite side, and we'll see if it spins evenly. Let's try it this way. We'll see what happens. That ain't bad. But you do got to drain your string. You do got to drain this every once in a while. If it clogs up, the motor will stop spinning. It'll just stop spinning on you. So you got to drain it every once in a while. I would think they would design these with a better cone at the bottom so you got more room for honey to fall, but it is what it is. Yeah, see, once when it's balanced, it doesn't shake nearly as bad. Cover this stuff up here. We'll spin the other side of that frame and we are done. Let's go to this one. I only had 2 small frames. The rest were all deeps. This one is pretty empty, yeah. All right, well, that's it. I'm going to show you what we're going to do now. We're going to drain out. First of all, let me get these frames out. I'm going to do another video on cleaning these extractors. I'll do another one, but if you look back at last year's, cleaning this extractor is so easy. I was amazed. Had out cold water outside with the hose, cleaned it right out. I couldn't believe it. I was dreading this job, and it came right out. I was just dumbfounded. I'm like, oh my God. Whoop. Okay, so now I'm going to do this one more time. Can you see this? Yeah. Just drain that out. What we're doing is we're taking these ones that are full because it's taking so long to drain. We're putting them in this pot. And then as the day goes on, we'll just strain, refill, strain, refill. This takes a little bit of a while to do. It's kind of a process. But here's the reward for all your work right there. Getting stung, sweating, playing with your bees, doing all these things, spending all this money for your bees. Here's your reward right there. Oh, you scared me. They scared me. There's your reward right there, is your honey. And it's really good. I know you want some too. Go look it off the floor. Okay, we need room for a little bit more of this. We need another pot. Here, just dump it in that.
Yeah.
I'll just use that. That's fine. So you see all those cappings in there? Like I said, we're going to just keep straining all this. I should have got, like I said, they have these plastic strainers. They're actually sold for painters, and they fit right over these buckets. They're perfect. And they're not that expensive, and it's the same mesh. It's the same mesh as this. It's coming out. Actually, this one can stay. We don't got to dump this one out. We'll just drain the rest of this and let it just sit and drain on its own. There. You always want to keep a bucket of water or a wet rag handy. What works good, I just wet a rag. A wet rag works really nice because obviously it's a little, yeah, there's still a bunch in there. What a good problem to have, right? Too much honey? There you go. So we got a lot more to strain. I'm hoping I get almost 2 5-gallon buckets, which would be nice. I want to say a bucket and a half. One of these 5-gallon pails and a half a pail is 80 pounds, I think. Is about 80 pounds, so we'll find out. Okay. I still got more to go. Let me dump this one. And you're going to make a mess. But fortunately, the honey cleans up really easy. It washes off really pretty simple. Get that out. Look at all that. So far, I've got a half a 5-gallon bucket down there. When we're all done, okay, we're going to strain this one down. That might be the rest of it. Let's see. Now we can walk away and come back. Just get all that out. Yeah, you would think they would make this like a cone shape on the bottom. The cone kind of comes up so the honey goes on the sides of it. You'd think they'd make it so that it's higher off the ground and the strainer would be right at the bottom instead of having to do this. But I do like this machine. This is a nice machine. So anyways, that's it. Hopefully you guys like this video. Hopefully you learned something from this. We'll be back. I will finish this video. I will show you actually, I'm going to end this video and I will show the final project. So hopefully you learned something from this. Consider subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it. Any questions, comments, leave them. Hit that little button right there, subscribe. I'd appreciate it, like I said. And there's a bell next to that button. Hit that bell. You'll get notified every time a video comes out. So YouTube, I will talk to you guys later. Like I said, I'll update this when we're done. I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, bye.